Oh, this is going to be a lot of work. Dangerous. On top of that.
It's going to try to barber chair. So there's going to be a whole bunch of kinetic energy in it. When it starts to move, it's going to try to pop towards me.
Okay, it's starting to pop. So he's going to do a high cut. So the way that it's moving, it does seem like it's moving. There goes timber.
What's good, America? Back up here on Timberline. Ooh, got a lot of sun right there. We got some trees down on the bottom road. Looks like they may have got blown over or who knows what down on AVR, and so we're gonna head down there and buck them up. And then we have, I'd say, at least 2, maybe 5 trees that are falling over as well. They didn't make it all the way to the ground, but they're falling over and laying on other trees that are dead. They're basically widow makers. So we need to get them cut down too. And how I'm going to get them off of each other without getting injured, that's going to be a fun thing to figure out. But since I've never had to do anything like this before, there's always new times for everything. At this point, I felled a lot of pine trees. I should be just as afraid of the aspens as the pine trees, but for some reason I don't feel like I am. But these are really dangerous aspens, so who knows? But gotta sharpen up the chainsaw real quick. Got Lindsay up here with me, and something happens to me and I get knocked in the head, she can run me to the hospital. So she's not gonna be able to get to do her chainsawing today. Normally she likes to do all the chainsawing while I do the tractor in, but maybe she'll get to do some. But these trees that are down, they're right underneath those widow makers, and we just need to get them bucked up as quickly and efficiently as possible and drug out of the way so we can start driving on the road again. So let's get down there and get it. All right, we're gonna get the chainsaw sharpened up because it's been more than a minute. We got the Husqvarna 450. I personally like this chainsaw better than the steel. I think the steel is probably a little bit better chainsaw, and it probably has a little bit better lifespan, but I've had this for 5 years and done tons of cutting, and you see everything that we're doing up here. On one of our shorts, it's the Backwoods Barbie short, a Marine went in there and commented, was on that one, right, Lindsay? And was he did he do professional logging at one time? But he did a lot of logging, and he talks about in that video in the comment section, he talks about this Husqvarna chainsaw. And so you should go check that short out. We'll pin one of the, at the end of this video, we'll pin that video so you can just hit that and go to that link and check out his comment on the Husqvarna. It's pretty good comments. But I personally like this one. This is the one that I would choose again. I like the box better than what the steel box is. I think the longevity of this is plenty for what I need, and it's really easy to start, and that matters to me. And because we've had hard chainsaws to start in the past, and I think, you know, it's a 2-stroke motor, and so it's going to have to be rebuilt at some point, which I have plenty of experience rebuilding 2-stroke motors from my motocross days. So that's kind of something that you have to do, no matter if it's a Steel Oregon or Husqvarna. But those are probably your 3 best chainsaws. Put in the comment section if there's a chainsaw out there that we're not mentioning that you like better. Squirrel, dogs
Literally.
are off. Dogs are off after squirrels. All right. Never mind how I just took that out of there, America, even though it looked really goofy. Now I know old timers can just take a file and just go and file it right up. But I am not that good at filing the chain. So I got to use Mr. Guide. Now we have a video already made that's not been produced yet about how to sharpen the chainsaw. So we're not going to make another video today on how to sharpen the chainsaw. So once we get this going, let Lindsay ask a couple questions. And then I'm just going to go about sharpening this chainsaw and getting the work done so that I can get down on the bottom and get this work done before it gets hot. It's expected to get really warm here pretty quick. I don't know if this is the right side or not.
How often do you sharpen the chainsaw?
Not as often as I should. Whenever it starts getting dull, and I probably, truthfully, we should be sharpening it every time that we use it. But I mean, you know, people who are logging, they're cutting way more lumber than what I'm cutting, and they're only sharpening it so much. They might be sharpening it a couple of times. The professional loggers might be sharpening it a couple of times a day while they're up there. I'm sure that they are, but it really depends on how much wood that they're cutting through and how fast the chain's going dull. All right, so this kind of sits on there. Let's make sure I got the right size.
You have to pick the right file.
Yes. And I guess I have two files. Seems like that one fits better. I think it's really long. I think that is the right one though.
What are you doing?
Yeah,
trying to fit them between the teeth?
Yeah, I'm trying to get it in the teeth. You can kind of, I don't know if Lindsay's got a good angle or not, but you can kind of see the teeth and where it's been sharpened back. And so I'm trying to get it to fit right in there underneath that. And you can see that one's too big. So I just don't remember it being this long. I don't see another one. So I think this is the right one. That fits in there a lot better. So this one ain't gonna like getting clamped down, I don't think. I really don't remember it being this long.
And what's that contraption?
This is the guide. That's what I'm going to call it anyways. There's probably a real name. Go on Google and look what it actually is. But basically what this does is this sits on top of this part of the tooth. And then it helps me keep it from being cantered like this or like this. And I can do it flat. You do a couple passes.
You see that tooth coming through the
gap. A couple passes. Those are really light passes because I want to do it where I've got a mark on here that I put with spray paint, which is probably gone. I'm probably going to have to go get another. Let's look real quick. Actually, I could just use that. Use that as my mark. All right. So what you do is you put it on there like that. You do one side of the teeth. Then when you get back to this mark, you do the other side of the teeth.
The other way.
The other, well, yeah, you stand on this side and you do this side of the other teeth. So every other tooth you're going to do on one side, and then every other tooth you'll do on the other side. But like I said, I got a whole video of that, so we're not going to do that. So
okay, we're going to cut it now. Have fun.
The mushrooms.
I know, don't run them over. I'm going to get them before we leave.
Okay, hit them with the recording.
Pretty cool. Those are puffball mushrooms. They show up there every year.
What are they? They're edible?
They are edible.
You know what kind of mushrooms they are? They're different kinds of mushrooms?
I have no idea.
Oh.
I'll have to call my friendly neighborhood mycologist, Jessica, and get some more information about puffball mushrooms. And then we can provide some links to do more research.
This is our cherry tree. Look at the cherry blossoms on there.
Wow, looking good. Man, this road's messed up.
Yeah, this is going to be a fun little spot right here with the tractor.
I don't like that at all.
Feel it go dip.
Yep.
And then you have a canter right here. And so we haven't had
dip
it down
even
here.
More.
It dips more, right. So I have to stay to this side and try to stay out of that hole. Good luck at that. I know how to take what angle to take them. I'll just go uphill when I get to them so that I'm not putting the tractor in a position where it wants to become unbalanced and roll over. Once you get out and
We are
record the
at the
road,
bottom.
Lindsay, I'm going to stay right here because I don't want to take the truck
You're
down.
gonna leave the vehicle here?
Yep. I don't want to take the truck down any further than this because we can't really get down there further. But why don't you walk down there and show what we got going on with the washout on the road and the trees blowing over.
All right.
Smell that dip on the dogs.
Well, first of all, there is a lot of road work to do from this winter's washout. Pretty messed up. All right, enough of the trashed road. It's got a lot of work to do. This is what we're going to be working on this afternoon. Looks like the wind blew over a few dead trees, and because there was trees in their fall, they weren't able to come all the way down. That looks pretty dangerous. And they're even blocking the road, so they have to be taken care of before we can even work on the road. Oh, this is going to be a lot of work and dangerous on top of that. All right, well, prayers for safety, everybody. Let's get this done.
All right, so here's the trenching work that we need to do. You see how deep that is? Because the camera does not do it any justice, let me tell you. Now I could drive up and down this with my truck, no problem. It just did worse than this turkey hunting, but I ain't getting past that.
Look at all the deer tracks.
Yep, tons of deer tracks. But I ain't getting past that. And on top of it, we have another one that's just broken off and laying there. So if I try to cut some of these ones that are back here behind here, gonna have trouble. There's a tall dead one that needs to go. So I have a ton of work to get done. I better get at it. It's crazy. All right, we're gonna get these bucked up and get them off the road. And then I guess my plan is gonna be, and we'll talk about, me and Lindsay will talk about this before I actually do it. The first phase is get these trees off of ABR. And then the next phase is gonna be getting those to fall and probably just gonna cut the trees on this side because I don't really see another option. And then just run. Cut and run. Probably record from right here, do a pretty good job. Just zoom in when you need to zoom in.
Dogs.
Or if there's shade right here, Lindsay, why don't you just stand here in the shade?
I want to keep the dogs away.
They'll just stay with you. That'll be far enough away.
Okay. Maverick, Dresa, come. Hey. Stay. you want me to help you prop it up?
I need this piece first.
You want me to come help you lift underneath there so it doesn't buckle?
Got it.
You did it.
First round done.
Sharpening helps. You want to climb behind it and check from above? Maybe just leave that one there. It's not over the road.
Yeah, but is it going to cause problems when I'm cutting these other trees down?
The other trees just might fall on top of it and go down all the way.
Or they might bounce off of it and come towards me. Or I might trip on it.
That's true. You could just take it down at the bottom.
It's going to take me right here and then there.
Find a good foothold.
A lot better on this side.
You want to take a breather before you go for that one?
Yep.
Alright, Nathan's getting ready to fell a dead tree that is straight up and down. So, to prepare, he's actually taken out a couple smaller bent over trees so that he can have a little escape route, and if it falls toward him, he can back up and out of the way. Oh, there's one of our neighbors. Running away, but it'll make it easy for him to run back and away from the tree. So he's going to do a high cut. So the way that it's leaning, it does seem like it's leaning. Yeah, you can already feel it rocking. He's feeling it in the blade. Give it a push.
Go.
Here we go. There goes timber. Perfect. Good job. Alright, he's getting ready to take another one. And it's the one that's bracing the farthest leaning, so he's going to actually cut this tree right there. See it very well.
Go.
Okay, here we go. Wow,
Not so lucky.
didn't quite work out the way I thought. That tree is still there. Do you want to come over and take that tree that's leading next? you won't be in the path of any falling trees if you come on this side.
Maybe if I cut this one that's leaning, it'll just fall off and I can run from it.
Why don't you come and cut this dead one on this side, and then there won't be any trees
Yeah,
over you. Oh, that's what you're
what I
saying.
mean.
Okay. Okay. It is so hot out here right now, you guys don't even understand. He's got the big old heavy chainsaw and the motor and the sawdust blowing in his face.
So the concern about this is it can hook and roll.
Yep.
If I'm over here, I should be out of the way of that.
Do you-
Hopefully, I don't know, probably going to cut these other two aspens too because I don't like the way they're leaning. Leave this one because it's leaning that way.
Do you want to take that little tree in front of the dead one just so it's not in your way at all and you have a good footing?
Maybe. Problem with that tree is I don't know where it's going to go.
Well, it's not going to go on you as long as you're standing behind it.
Well, it could slide this way. I don't want to be underneath this. Can't be underneath that. If I cut it on that side, slide that way towards me, down this. I think just leave it.
Leave it right now?
It guide the stuff this way.
You know what? I agree. Just leave it. It's not covering the road. It's not in our way.
So I'm going to cut it down after I cut these other ones down, but I'm going to let it push stuff this direction. I can go this direction. Ain't no way that's coming back this way.
Right. It's not coming backwards. Just make sure you have good footing.
We have a walk toy. This is what I got to be cautious of. It's going to try to barber chair. So there's going to be a whole bunch of kinetic energy in it. When it starts to move, it's going to try to pop towards me.
Why don't you give it just a tiny little slice underneath?
That might help.
Just a little. So that it doesn't bounce back in your face.
That's a good idea.
It's starting to fall. Did a barber chair on you?
Nope. Do that face cut underneath work.
Awesome. Success.
All right, well, I got it done. Got some of the widowmakers off of there. These ones probably won't fall towards us or the road. It's hung up on that other tree, and that's a whole nother deal of a deal, and the two of them are still alive, so I figure I'm going to gamble with those ones a little bit. But we got those other ones that were possibly going to be able to fall on the road like those ones did. All done. Very exhausting, very hot.